A Bay Area couple recently got a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. They get to live on their own private island in the Bay and tend to a lighthouse there.
It's called East Brother Light Station, and on most maps of the Bay Area, it is but a tiny speck off the coast of Richmond, an outcropping of rock barely poking its head above the waves and the whitecaps. But on that island is a lighthouse, an historic and a treasured one, and this is the story of the two new people charged with making sure that light burns bright.
Imagine for a moment this was home, and this was the way to work each day.
The idea of being a lighthouse keeper was definitely a big draw.
Located just north of the Richmond-San Rafael Bridge, with its own private island and lovingly preserved Victorian lighthouse, the job at East Brother Light Station is easily one of the most coveted and unique anywhere in the Bay Area. And when the job came open for the first time in years this spring, the applications came flooding in from every corner of the country and beyond.
This time, I had literally thousands.
I brought homemade truffles to the interview. So I bribed him with chocolate, I don't know.
Meet Tyler Watterson and Tiffany Dance, husband and wife innkeepers, chefs, and boat captain, who run the bed and breakfast on the island that's the main source of revenue for the lighthouse.
I've been a kayak guide, a naturalist, just a general tour guide. I've been a sailor, a captain, a little bit of everything over the years.
You can now add lighthouse keeper to that eclectic resume. Tyler and Tiffany signed on to run East Brother Light Station in April.
You want to do your very best job because everyone before you has done such an excellent job. You don't want to be the one to drop the baton.
The lighthouse's lineage dates back to 1873. It was built to help ships navigate the often fog-bound entrance to San Pablo Bay. The federal government ran the light station for decades until deciding in the 60s that the lighthouse and its light keepers could be replaced with a cheaper, automated system. It fell into disuse and disrepair before volunteers spirited, restoring the lighthouse and converting it into a bed and breakfast.
A lot of the work out there still gets done by volunteers, but the bed and breakfast operation creates some cash flow that we can use to pay for materials and pay for contractors.
4 days a week, Thursday to Monday, Tyler ferries overnight guests out to the island, treating them to the view from the top of the tower, or demonstrating how the station's foghorn helps sailors navigate when the light just wasn't bright enough to pierce the fog. Meanwhile, downstairs, Tiffany prepares a 4-course gourmet meal for guests. Whatever you might think about the romance of being a lighthouse keeper, the reality is, it's work, a lot of it.
We knew that we were going to be working hard and putting in a lot of hours. We still didn't anticipate how much hard work, how many hours, and how little time we would have for ourselves.
Tyler and Tiffany are the 35th and 36th innkeepers to run East Brother since the nonprofit took charge of the lighthouse in 1980. They've got a year and a half in front of them still, and the winds of history at their back.
We put in a lot of time and effort, but we're just a brief little blip in the history of the lighthouse. When I think about people who've been out here working on the place, putting in their time and effort, some of them for 40 years, I actually get a little bit teary-eyed because it is that special of a place.
And you can check out the East Brother Light Station website for available times if you'd like to book an overnight stay.